I reviewed a book that blew my mind with something that, while relatively simple, houses a great deal of potential for character construction. The book in question, Creating Strong Protagonists, brings up character bios, something I often feel is somewhat useless given how often I see people focusing on the wrong things with them. It takes a similar stance, though it does give key things to concentrate on. These key things are as follows. 1. Goals. What one specific, concrete goal does the character want? What drives them? I think a SMART goal would be ideal to consider here. SMART being specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-based. I often use SMART when plotting. I imagine the goal will depend on the specific story and what's in front of them. Like how in Burn Notice, Michael Weston's overarching goal is to clear his name within the spy community and return to his previous job. The cases he takes, the day-to-day client work, aren't his goals since his initial reason for doing them is to make ends meet, or because he's being pestered by those close to him and his conscience drags him into it. 2. Fears. What are they afraid of? And this goes beyond physical fears. What is their underlying emotional fear? For instance, in Fire Emblem Three Houses, one of Edelgard's underlying fears is that she'll die before she can carry out the change she wishes to see. 3. Secrets. What do they keep hidden to themselves? If you give a character something to hide, it can tint every scene. You don't even need to reveal it. For instance, my mind goes to Fate's Day Night, and the secret that Sakura and Rin are sisters. This only comes up in a single route, yet it colors so many interactions. 4. Dreams. If you're wondering the difference between this and a goal, dreams are fantasy-based. Goals are concrete and possible. Dreams are outside of our reaches. It might not even pop up, but it can inform the character's decisions and feelings. I'll use Fate Zero as an example here. Kitsugu's dream was world peace. It drove his actions as a mercenary and assassin, doing what he could to eliminate conflicts that would hurt people in the grand scheme. 5. Regrets. The major screw-ups that haunt our lives. These can be great for creating audience identification, though you don't have to tell them about the regrets. You can just use this to guide character, for instance. Think Peter Parker and him choosing not to stop the mugger who ultimately shot Uncle Ben. I think some excellent character sheets can be made with this. For instance, I've always been down for using the Enneagram for character construction. It has dreams and fears built into it, and the rest can be extrapolated from understanding a type. Or, with what this interests me most for, I'd love to factor this into the system I'm designing with the 16 basic desires. I think this might help make a nice phase after one completes a character's desire profile. Users of the approach could tackle these 5 facets with their character's desires in mind, and judge what the character would care about. I'm curious now, what happens when you run your characters through this? I'd love to learn if you're willing to share. I'm going to try this out with one of my villains in my next novel, see what it might lead me to learning about them. I'm especially interested in what considering regrets might lead me to learning about them. Oh, and if you have any ideas for how to use this, I'd love to hear them. Perhaps we can build on it in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. If this video has given you any value, I'd appreciate it if you'd like this one. I'd also recommend subscribing to the channel, as I'll be releasing much more content like this, among other things.